a surprising development that has captured the attention of Kiev and Washington alike, US President Donald Trump has proposed a significant shift on military aid to Ukraine. After years of a complex and sometimes fraught relationship over US support, this move signals a change many in Ukraine have been hoping for. Yet experts caution that the details remain vague and critical questions linger. Hello, I'm Gunjan Handa, and let's take a closer look at what Trump's announcement means in political terms, why Ukraine is cautiously optimistic, how will this look with a new Ukrainian cabinet in place, and how this fits into the broader picture of the ongoing conflict with Russia that has now crossed a 3-year mark. To understand why this matters, we have to rewind a bit. The Russia-Ukraine war erupted in early 2022, sparking one of Europe's largest armed conflicts in decades. The invasion shocked the world and turned Ukraine into the front line of a geopolitical battle between Russia and the West. Since then, Ukraine has relied heavily on military aid and diplomatic backing from Western countries, especially the United States, to resist the Russian advance. Weapons shipments, intelligence sharing, and training have been lifelines for Kiev's forces. Yet, the amount, timing, and type of support has varied, influenced by shifting political landscapes both in the US and Europe. Enter Donald Trump, US President and a figure who has at times questioned or criticized US involvement in Ukraine's defense. His stance has been a subject of intense debate. Now, Trump has publicly proposed what he calls a framework to resume or increase weapon assistance, a reversal from his earlier rhetoric. But here's the catch: Trump has not laid out a detailed plan. Instead, what he presented is more like a conceptual outline. At its core, this framework reportedly envisions the commencement of lethal weapon shipments to Ukraine under more controlled conditions. It seeks to address concerns raised among some US lawmakers and citizens about how aid is monitored and used on the ground. Additionally, Trump's idea emphasizes increased burden sharing among European allies, signaling that the US will press the partners to contribute more directly to Ukraine's defense capabilities. This approach includes tighter end-use monitoring, which means closer oversight of what weapons are supplied and how they are deployed. That makes sense given America's concern about escalation risks or weapon possibly falling into unintended hands. But, and this is the key point, none of this is carved in stone. The framework lacks specifics on crucial questions like what type of weapons will be sent. Will it be advanced systems like HIMARS rocket launchers, artillery, or defensive drones? How much equipment will Ukraine receive, and when? What exact conditions or safeguards will accompany this aid? For Kiev, receiving US military equipment quickly and reliably can often be a matter of life and death. Over the months, there have been moments of acute shortages, especially in ammunition, that have slowed the Ukrainian counteroffensive. With the cabinet shift in Ukraine and a new PM in place, and the now former PM, Denis, instated as the defense minister, Kiev is rolling up its sleeves to go all in, and this announcement may bring them the ammo it needs, quite literally. Ukraine's officials have responded to Trump's announcement with cautious enthusiasm. On one hand, they view any potential increase in Western support as a morale booster and a signal to Russia that the international community remains firmly behind Ukraine's sovereignty. On the other hand, they are well aware from the experience that policy language does not always translate into equipment on the ground the next week or month. There's a palpable sense of urgency. The war isn't pausing while negotiations over aid details stretch out. From an analytical perspective, this development illustrates the often complicated intersection of domestic politics and international security. Trump's proposal may be aimed in part at courting domestic constituents who value a strong national defense stance while also trying to reshape US involvement abroad on his own terms. It also raises questions about consistency in US foreign policy. After all, the Biden administration had steadily increased aid to Ukraine with detailed packages that included everything from artillery systems to training programs. Will Trump's framework complement or complicate these existing efforts? Europe's role is also important here. The emphasis on European burden sharing underlines the growing expectation that countries like Germany, France, and Poland must step up. Historically, some have been hesitant or slower to provide lethal aid due to political considerations or fears of escalation. Let's zoom out a little and remember the bigger picture. The war in Ukraine has evolved into a grinding conflict, with Russia focusing on wearing down Ukrainian defenses in the country's eastern and southern regions, such as Donetsk and Zaporizhia. Fighting remains fierce around key cities, with continual shelling of military and even civilian infrastructure. Ukraine's forces, despite significant gains and impressive resilience, have struggled with keeping up supplies owing to delays in aid and the sheer intensity of Russia's attacks. Diplomatically, the conflict is one of the most polarizing and dangerous in recent years, involving not just Ukraine and Russia, but their global backers and rivals. Each weapon shipment and political declaration reverberates well beyond the battlefield. So, what does this mean moving forward? While Kiev celebrates Trump's weapons reversal as a hopeful sign, many stress the need for speed, clarity, and reliability. Soldiers on the front lines need weapons and ammunition now, and not vague promises for the future. It remains to be seen if this framework will evolve into specific actionable policies. Will the US Congress back this approach? How will it coordinate with NATO allies and Ukraine's government? And finally, will this change deter Russia's offensive or embolden Kiev to push harder on the battlefield? To sum it all up, Donald Trump's proposed weapons framework has stirred cautious optimism in Ukraine, presenting an opening that could strengthen their defense efforts. But as Ukrainian officials and experts point out, the devil is very much in the details. Until the Washington lays out a concrete plan and uncertainty continues. And in a war where timing and trust matter deeply, that makes all the difference. We'll stay on top of this story as it develops. I am Gunjan Nanda for the Asian Chronicle.